All right, and welcome back to Quantum Break. We just finished Act 3 in the last video. Jack was just trying to get off of the island and was separated from Beth and Dr. Emerald, unfortunately. So now he's trying to make his way back to the swimming pool. So let's take it off from there.
You took the one thing Mr. Serene needed to survive, Dr. Emerald. That made you priority one.
Yeah, they made that clear. Monarch lined every escape route with barricades, roadblocks. I had to get to the mainland, but I couldn't do it by car. Needed a new plan.
All right, let's go.
Beth, I think I'm gonna need a ride. The streets are too hot.
All right, where do you want me?
I'll let you know as soon as I find some higher ground and get a good look at the situation on the bridge. I think it might be a no-go. Gotta get to higher ground.
I'm looking at the bridge right now. It's a lot of Monarch. I don't know, maybe you could sneak across?
Well, maybe.
Or I could pick you up. Let me know. I'm pretty exposed out here, so try to make it fast.
I'll be a lot better when you get me on that boat. Monarch's right on my ass. I'm not exactly making friends out here. How's Dr. Emerald?
Still kicking and screaming. How long do you need to get here?
That depends. Let me check. Paul. What the actual fuck? Better get inside before the chopper spots me.
Still there?
Yeah, just looking for a viewpoint.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
So, we don't know where he is. We can't find him. So we need to look into a replacement.
All ponies are made of butter in Night Springs. Ah!
There is all of ours. Lots of the Kratzu things happening in Gitu of Nigat Springs.
Thank you.
All ponies are made of butter in Night Springs.
We know the old dance, the fortunate and the destitute. The haves and the have-nots. Those who dine at the table and those who starve in the street. But the tables can be but the tables can be turned. The gluttonous consumer may find himself the consumable resource. Do that again.
And yet, that is the fate that awaits you in Night Fringe.
It's Night Springs.
Night cringe.
Springs.
Bright blings.
Night Springs.
Fright. Whinge.
Jesus.
We know the old dance. The fortunate and the destitute. The haves and the have-nots. Those who dine at the table and those who starve in the street, but the tables can be turned. The gluttonous consumer may find himself the consumable resource in Night Springs.
Right things.
Well, that's an interesting something, I guess.
We still have no visual on Joyce or Wilder. Doing another sweep.
I can't stay here long, Jack. You're gonna need to be quick.
Yeah, about that.
Bad news?
Reoccurring theme of the night. I'm looking at the bridge right now.
If you let Joyce across that bridge, we're big slips.
It's getting tense out there. If I go anywhere near that thing, there's gonna be innocent people caught in the crossfire.
All right. Any bright ideas?
Our fire! There's no way in hell you're gonna get away with this!
Calm down. We need to take a look at your truck.
Let me see. There's a pier under the bridge. You should be able to meet me there with the boat. Giant gas sign out front. Can't miss it.
It's nice and bright for Monarch to see.
There's not a lot of options. Switching to Monarch frequencies. Be in touch soon.
All right, I'll be there in a few minutes. Don't stand me up.
Okay, how are we getting down there? Where's the fire pole?
All right, Bobby's back, and we're getting reports of more and more of these Monarch roadblocks springing up all over town. What the hell is going on in Riverport tonight? We've got a truck driver from Lucky Joe's Treasure Trove on the line. Greg Lawrence, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm out here by Port Donnelly Bridge. Monarch's got the whole goddamn place locked down. Now they're trying to inspect my truck.
Oh, bullshit alarm. No, these guys aren't police. This ain't the FBI. You got crap to deliver, then you hit the gas and push on through, my man. Monarch's got no authority to stop you, and you tell that to everybody on that bridge. What would Lucky Joe think, Greg, huh? Joe needs his goods.
Yeah, that's what I said, but they're not letting me go.
You know, just a little while ago, we were getting reports of some kind of explosion at the Monarch Mansion at Gull Island. This is the third event in what, a day or so, that links Monarch to explosions and disasters.
You bastards.
HQ, this is Gatekeeper 1. Civvies are up in arms over here. They're getting out of their cars. Some asshole from Lucky Joe's won't let us search his truck.
You heard Serene. We take the hard line. Easy on the trigger finger, but if it comes to it...
Copy.
Oh crap, I got 9 points to use. one more for the extra will actually be probably the good one for me.
Hey, how about we have a conversation about what happened to Amy Ferrero? Yeah, let's talk about how you made her quiet, huh? Let's talk about that. You have no right to be doing any of this shit. My brother's in law school, okay, man? Give me that. You explain to me how this is. Hey, you down there! Don't come up here, man! Monarch's got this whole
Checkpoint
place
team,
locked
move
down!
in. Target has been spotted under the bridge.
That pier.
On that dock. He may try to escape by water.
Shit.
HQ? The civvies heard gunfire. They're freaking out up here.
Beth, change of plans. The pier's too hot. Gotta find another way across.
I'm almost there. Just wait 2 minutes.
I'm not putting Dr. Amaral at risk. I'll make it across that bridge. Whatever it takes. I need to get him to the bridge. Cross it.
We got civvies trying to push through the line.
You know your orders. Hardline. Any means necessary.
Jesus.
Monarch notice board. Have you seen these two? Charlie Wincott, Fiona Miller. Sought in connection with recent terror events. Do not approach. Please contact Monarch Solutions with any information as to their whereabouts. Monarch Field Orders Update. Martin Hatch. Field Orders Update. All field operatives, be advised that Martin Hatch is now considered a compromised asset. All orders and instructions from him, new or existing, have been rendered invalid and have been countermanded. Please contact your supervisor for further information as required. Hatch is responsible for the destruction of vital medical supplies involved in the deaths of numerous Monarch personnel, and may be collaborating with Jack Joyce. The investigation is ongoing, but Martin Hatch is to be detained with maximum force if encountered. If he cannot be captured, he should be considered a priority target who should under no circumstances be allowed to escape. Take no chances. He is considered to be extremely dangerous. There we go.
Can't focus. I gotta hit him from behind.
Are you kidding me right now? Time run needs to charge faster.
Gotta make it across this damn bridge and I'll be clear.
That is quite the ladder. Of course. Run fast.
This is so bad.
I knew I'd be dead if the stutter collapsed while I was in the frozen crash. I had to reach solid ground, and the deck of the cargo ship was my best bet. Just had to find a way down.
Now what?
Oh, just sideswiped by a taxi.
Frozen crash was a mess. Somehow, I had to find my way across, hope for the best.
Oh, this is gonna take a bit. Oh, at least they don't start you all the way from the beginning. Well, okay, try that. Didn't work. Oh, how... God, I'm dumb.
I kept heading downwards, towards the cargo ship.
Quite the animation.
The route down wasn't exactly user-friendly. The fracture was getting much worse. Timelines getting scrambled. Caught in violent loops, off sync, crashing into each other. This was what the end of time would look like. Everything was broken. In chaos. Frozen. And no one would know.
Okay. Come on, come on, come on.
Fracture was escalating. Objects were moving out of time, out of order, entire timelines overlapping. And it was gonna get worse, unless we could stop it.
understand the power you're wielding. You need to hand this technology over to Monarch. I've prepared for what happens next.
You say you're prepared, but no part of this plan of yours involves stopping it from happening.
Even if I fix William's machine, what could you possibly hope to achieve? The end of time is coming. There's no way to—
Hey! This isn't a debate. I just watched a ship fast forward through a fucking bridge. Time is running out, and the fracture's getting worse by the minute.
And it cannot be stopped. Paul has been to the end of time. He's witnessed it firsthand. Can't you see? We prepared for what's next out of necessity.
Your research is based on work by William Joyce. You respected him. He knew that the fracture would occur, but he also knew that it could be fixed. Will built a way to stop the fracture. This. The countermeasure. We're traveling to the past to retrieve it. You can help us get there faster. Or you can agree to disagree.
I'll have to run diagnostics on the machine. I can't promise anything before that.
Nick, take Amaral to the machine. Keep an eye on her.
You got it. Welcome to the team, Doc. Don't make me shoot you.
Jack, before we head downstairs, we have to talk about something.
All right, let's figure this plan out. Actually, before we go, I'm pretty sure I missed a lot in the last one. 90% only. Oh, I didn't miss a lot. I just missed one of the Chronon sources. I didn't even catch a glimpse of where it would be either, though. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and figure that out because I don't even have an inclination. But speaking of the timeline, since we're in Act 4. Let's go quickly check what the quantum ripples are in Act 3. A moment of sudden publicity incites public interest. Cause: the private gala speech is leaked via a live broadcast. Effect: Monarch PR Director Oswald, recovering from surgery in Riverport Hospital, suffers a massive stroke. Effect: the ... cartoon show rescheduled due to additional news coverage on the Monarch Gala. Effect: numerous conspiracy theories on Monarch appear online, including several links to an alleged secret government agency, Bureau of Altered World Events. That is very close to a new game based off of that. Control, I think it is. Okay. Oh, sorry. Again, Dr. Morphin and Ranger. Ooh, ouch. Ranger. Yeah, this is bad. Morphin. Serene's gonna be mad. A dramatized discussion on the importance of consent changes lives. Effect: an erotic audiobook is broadcast over the R&D facility PA system. Vandalism: a confession of love. Effect: Dr. Morphin finds himself aroused by what he hears. Effect: Dr. Ranger does not. Effect: Chronon Tech Striker candidate Sunders is distracted by the broadcast, falls off a cliff, and drowns. Effect: J.I. Hokola's erotic novel and Adventures in Flesh skyrockets on the bestseller list. Ranger: a confession of love? What? Morphin: that's conjecture, I know, but... Ranger: wait, what the hell, Ron? Morphin finds himself aroused? No, we're not included in the results. You're insane. Morphin, I'm sorry, Terry, but I hold us to a rigorous scientific standard. We have to report and record our findings exactly. Ranger, nobody wants to know this kind of nonsense. Morphin, you don't know that, and you're being very judgmental. And anyway, I already filed the report. Ranger, oh my god. Okay. Let's get back to it. Beth's 2010 plan. Beth's charts and plans for the plan to travel to 2010 and steal the countermeasure.
Hatch. This is the guy that visited me in the cell.
Dossier.
Sounds like Serene's onto him. According to Monarch Communications, Hatch sabotaged a Monarch lab.
He may be undermining Paul, but I get the impression he's not on our side.
Dossier. What we know. Facts gathered by Fiona Miller so far. Joined Monarch in 2001. Became Serene's chief advisor around 2007. No records before 2001. Who was he? Where did he come from? Working against Monarch? Possible links to the following. Death of Dr. Kim. Unconfirmed. Alone with Dr. Kim at time of death. Death occurred just as Kim was on a verge of solution to Serene's time sickness. University time machine sabotaged. Unconfirmed. Miscalculations on purpose. Hatch seen in lab assistants in Sophia's kidnapping. Confirmed. Distracted Monarch while kidnapping occurred. Knew we were coming. Did not alert Serene. Destruction of Serene's remaining sickness treatments. Unconfirmed. Was present outside Dr. Kim's lab when lab was destroyed. Accused Sophia of being responsible for this. Helped Charlie Wincott escape. Confirmed. Currently helping Charlie reach Monarch Tower undetected. Disobeyed direct orders from Paul Serene. Wants access to the CFR. Potentially desires to sabotage lifeboat protocol. Sabotaging Serene. Motive. Secretly assuring Serene's downfall. Wants to take over Monarch? Why? Sabotaging Monarch's survival plan from within. No possible reason for this. Doesn't believe countermeasure could stop Fracture. Not a potential ally. Works for Monarch, therefore believes end of time is inevitable. Then why attempt to sabotage the lifeboat protocol?
Okay, what's up?
It's about the plan. If Amaral gets the machine working...
We go back to yesterday and undo all of this.
Listen. In the video Will left for me, he said the countermeasure was stolen from his workshop on July 4th, 2010. He also said I took it. Maybe I did, Jack. We have a time machine.
You're saying we go to 2010. We steal it.
If Will was right, that would mean it wouldn't be a change. We take the countermeasure, bring it to the present, fix the fracture, save the world.
Okay. Explain to me why that's a better plan than just going back to yesterday and preventing all this from happening in the first place.
Because I'm afraid that based on what I know about time travel, we can't change anything. The past has already happened. We can't change it. But my way, we don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my plan still feels simpler. Let's just get the machine working.
Hello, Riverport. It's Bobby Radford, and, well, you know where we're at, don't you? The Port Donnelly Bridge is gone, and God knows how many people are gone with it. You ever heard that Hindenburg thing, you know, with the guy going, oh, the humanity, oh, the humanity. Jesus, I know how he felt. I don't understand how that happened. I hear the people on the boat were saying the bridge was up. Video footage says it wasn't, that the boat just rammed into it. It's insane. It's... Christ, Riverport's in so much trouble now, folks. We need someone to declare a state of emergency or something. But nobody's doing a goddamn thing. And nobody's talking about the fact that Monarch had set up an illegal roadblock right on that bridge, searching all the cars. No warrants, no due process, no nothing. Just near where their goddamn fancy mansion blew up, and now this ship rams the bridge. That's a coincidence? That ain't no goddamn coincidence. We got that, and now we've got reports of car accidents happening all over the town. We've got... Why isn't somebody doing something? Huh? Hello, Mayor? You're asleep at the goddamn wheel. Wake up! What the hell? We'll be right back.
Let's see how Dr. Amaral's doing with the time machine.
Yeah.
I don't think we can trust her. The way she looked at the countermeasure like she's seen it before, she knows what it does.
You think Will told her about it?
No. Will was never the kind to open up.
I can relate.
Will takes it to the next level. When we were kids, the only way that Will could express anything important to me was by informing my stuffed giraffe when I was in the room.
It's precious. And weird. Did she find anything?
I'm not sure. I'll go check. No use going there before talking to Dr. Amaral.
Fine.
Hey, Jack, come check this out.
Hey.
You're
Shouldn't
still
you be
here?
keeping an eye on Amaral?
Yeah, but I figure what I'm doing is more important. Don't leave me hanging, Jack. I got the goods.
Okay, what is all this?
I dug through the area and I found everything I could on your bro. You gotta see this video I found, man. Check out the TV. And everything else, I put on those tables over there.
What's on the computer?
I've been posting my theories about Monarch on a bunch of forums.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
It's cool. I used an alias. Blanche McDougal. I'm a chick.
Nick's forum thread. Riverport Conspiracy Forum. Monarch is taking over. 1:12 a.m. Is there any other ones? 1:60. Okay, so they're in order. I'm not actually Blanche McDougal, but I have all kinds of inside scoops about Monarch and need to keep undercover until I find a way to save the world. I saw what really went down at the university and got out just in the nick of time to tell everybody all the crazy shit going on. Here is the truth. We are all fucked. Monarch built a playground of death, and right now, Riverport is going down the shit slide. What's at the bottom? Something called the end of time. It's all part of their master plan, which I'm calling Operation Clock Stop. Monarch took everybody from the university and tried to kill them so they wouldn't talk about it. They just had a secret gala meeting about Operation Clock Stop at Gull Island. What is the point of Operation Clock Stop? As far as I can put together, it all has to do with numbers. In '99, Monarch was formed. In 2010, they bought out the industrial area, which they are now using to extract some weird energy shit. 99 and 2010 equals 11. Multiply 11 by 2010, get 22110. Backwards, it's 01122, which is close to the industrial area's zip code. Some people are like, hey Nick, that's just a coincidence. But it can't be because it goes way deeper. Monarch assaulted the university on October 9th, 2016. In numbers, that's 10092016. Zeros are shaped like circles, kinda like dots in Morse code, which would mean that all other numbers are dashes in Morse code. So 10092016 in Morse code is dot dash dot dash dash dot dash dash. I looked that up in Morse code. It could be a couple different sets of letters. Unjumble all those letters and you can spell armament and meat man. Armament is weapon, meat man is butcher. What do butchers do? Chop and cut things. What do weapons do? Destroy things. Cut things and destroy things are kind of connected. So there's that. Think about it. I'm still figuring out the rest, but I'm 95% there. By the way, this theory is copyright Blanche McDougal, secretly not Blanche McDougal, 2016. Gabe Ford 2, WTF. Hansel. It sounds a lot like taxi_guy_69. He thought that gas prices were secret number codes for treasure coordinates or some shit. Gas is owned by oil companies, who is huge investment in oil. Monarch. Hashtag all connected. Who's the idiot now? Hashtag what drugs are you on? Sponge bacon. Blanche is on to something. I've been seeing ghosts all around this goddamn city for years now. This is all connected. Hashtag all connected. Let's get to the bottom of Operation Clockstop together. Perhaps Monarch is building a secret weapon. But who is the meat man? Hashtag who is the meat man? Thanks, Sponge Bacon. Very good point. The question is, what is this secret weapon built for? I don't know who the meat man is. Maybe we shouldn't focus on that. It doesn't make as much sense as my numbers theory. The secret weapon is what is creating all the ghosts. Ghosts don't have meat, so perhaps the meat man is harvesting humans and then killing them to create more ghosts for his ghost army. That's kind of dumb. This is definitely more about Monarch than ghosts. You said Monarch's doing weird shit at the industrial area with energy. Could it be ghost energy? The answer is yes. Their plan is simple. Harvest ghost energy. Cause ghost multiplication. Build massive ghost army. A mass haunting is underway and the meat man is behind all of this. Blanche was the first to discover the truth. Please don't connect me to this. I started thinking about how to locate the meat man. Chupacabra for real. I drew a dot on a map of Riverport over every butcher shop in the city. When I combined the dots, they all drew a picture of a swan with a really weird neck. The dots were black. Black swan? Black swan, a symbol of darkness. This is going somewhere. Blanche McDougal. The dots were only black because you were using a black marker. There is no goddamn meat man. I'm starting a new thread. Jesus. Well, that's what happens when you start conspiracy theories.
Okay. The date is... It's February 28th,
Jesus, Will.
1999. William Joyce.
1999.
After months
First experiment.
arduous work, my machine is finally ready for human testing. Ready is defined by me, since ready is obviously a relative term when you're dealing with the deformation of the chronon field and recreating of black holes' mass density by tangent. Okay, in short summary, I built a time machine, and it works. I'm gonna prove it, or die. Okay, just need to make some final preparations. When I enter the machine, I will travel clockwise Around the corridor. Okay. Core is active. Chronon levels are stable. Travel clockwise around the corridor, exiting back into the same location in the near future. Oh. This clock is set to my watch. Now, when I exit the machine, there should be a significant difference in time between my watch and the clock in this room. Corridor is locked in place. Okay, setting the date to 5 minutes to the future for the first test. Now, admittedly, traveling to the past would be much more impressive, but I can travel backwards in time only as far as the first activation of the machine's core, which is, well, now. Okay, machine's ready. Monitor is stable. What I'm about to do is gonna change the very fabric of I don't remember.
So what happened to him?
I try to forget that period.
Oh my god. Please say there's a CD.
Dude, I already got it in the stereo.
Yes.
Check it out.
God damn it, you guys.
Wow. You know, this song really speaks to me.
Uh-huh.
Your true weapon is obviously the healing power of your music.
I mean, it's not even that bad. I could totally bone to this.
Thanks, Nick.
My Bleeding Clock with special guest Red Tears of Forgotten Romance. Where? Alamo Bowling Alley, Riverport. 7 p.m. May 12th.
It's Will's journal. Everything's in here. All the secrets he kept from us. If he just told me about all of this, I could have...
It's best not to think about that.
He spent 11 years building that thing. Abandoned everything else, including me. Now I know why.
Entry 63. I just got back from the funeral. My parents are dead. It feels like I was just told about the crash an hour ago. It isn't real yet. Standing there, I was numb to it all, weighed down under some expectation to emote in a manner that suited the situation, as if I needed to cry to appease the crowd. Jack was always the younger brother copying me. In that graveyard, our roles were strangely reversed. Tears were running down my brother's face, and I was observing him like some alien desperately trying to learn to feel. Looking at the pain in his eyes, I wasn't thinking about my parents at all, only Jack. Death is supposed to bring the living closer together, but I've never felt more distant from somebody I cared for so dearly. It tears me up inside that I can't protect him from what he's going through. I can't ease his pain. I don't have the social proficiency to wield my empathy into something well-articulated apology that will make him forget this. The irony is that only cure for his pain is time. Time. Ever since February 28, 1999, the concept has been given new meaning. The experiment was meant to give hope, not take it away. What I was told that day has haunted me ever since. The very notion of a fracture in time has overshadowed everything since, even this. I don't need to see the future to know that I will let him down. I can't be the parental figure that Jack has lost. I can't be the brother that he needs. It's Christmas. I can't even give him that. No one can. There's nothing I want more than to protect him, and there's only one way I know how to do that with certainty. I will finish the countermeasure. I'll make sure that the dangers I was warned of that day never come to pass. I can't fix the past, but it's not too late for the future.
Looks
Will's
like he tested
rat
time travel
time.
with rats first.
Why am I not surprised that Will's hamster was a test subject?
Looks like Schrodinger got a raw deal.
William schematics for the first time machine prototype.
Was that Paul?
That's how he arrived in the past.
How's that possible? It wasn't even the same time machine he entered at the university.
That's one question I still don't have an answer for.
How's it look?
The problem is quite simple, really. The power relay is down. You'll need to find a way to reset it up. There, where the light is. I'll lower the ladder for you.
What happened to the power relay?
A power surge occurred at 7 a.m. this morning, when the machine was activated.
7 a.m.? That's hours before we even got here.
Well, the numbers don't lie.
Okay, I guess I'm doing some climbing.
Sure. Saves me from volunteering.
Can I get through the back door yet?
You've got to be kidding me.
What is it?
This is all my stuff from our family home. He kept everything.
Guess you thought you might come back. Is that...
Yep. Will's personal psychiatrist. Want to give it a try?
I think that giraffe's holding enough baggage. Jack? You okay?
Yeah. What's wrong?
Toto. That's my signature.
You made this?
I've never even been here before.
That woman in the picture is you, isn't it? So...
Jack. There's something you should know. 1999. I was 8 years old, playing in my backyard, and a woman approached me, told me she was from the future. She gave me very specific details of events that would come to pass. She gave me this. Filled with dates, events, proof of it all. Jack, that woman.
It was you.
Everything I told myself would happen, did. Every detail, for better or worse, came to pass, and couldn't be changed. Our fate is laid out before us, Jack. Everything that happened to get us here, every sacrifice that was made, they're all a part of this path. And they can't be changed or undone.
Beth.
When we step in that time machine, you will see for yourself.
What a twist.
All right. If you're that sure about how all this works, we can try it your way. It's her. She's the one who's been painting all over the city. Jesus. Notebook was full of dates, events that would come to pass, instructions. Her entire existence was formed out of those pages.
Oh my god, this is such a long diary. There's so much reading in this game. Okay. I know that this encounter will be a lot to take in. After all, it's not every day you meet your future self. I tell you that you need to keep all this all secret, but I know that you won't listen. You'll learn that lesson the hard way. The next few years won't be easy for you. Nobody you know is ever going to understand what you are going through. Those closest to you will try to change you, convince you that you are losing your mind. You are not. You are special. You have been chosen to do something amazing. Know that your struggle will be worth it in the end because you have a purpose. You're going to save the world. How do I know? I've been through all this before, and I'm going to prove it. Below, you will find a list of events that will come to pass in the future. They cannot be changed or undone. It will take time for you to accept this, but eventually you will learn to use this knowledge to your advantage. You will be prepared for what is coming. October 3rd, 2000. Derek Stevenson has been bullying you for months. On October 3rd, you will push him down the staircase at school. You'll do everything in your power to resist this, partly to avoid the consequences, partly to prove this book wrong. But the terrible things he will say in that moment will be too much for you to handle. He'll pretend to cry, claim that you gave him a concussion, and you'll take all the blame. You will be transferred to another school. You'll hope things will get better, and they won't. It's going to be a difficult year. Whenever you feel helpless, just remember this book. You are special. You have a purpose that they don't. Hold on to that. And if it makes you feel better, 16 years from now, Derek will be working at a dollar store. He still lives with his mom. December 3rd. So 2 months later. Mr. Hartstuck from next door will pass away. February 3rd, 2001. The kids at school will steal your jacket. Your parents will claim that you're hiding it on purpose so that they will buy you a new one. Look in the bin on the corner of 3rd and Main. You'll find something that will get you through the winter. You'll be teased for wearing it by Michelle. You'll fight back, but it will only make things worse. Eventually, when you're able to contain your anger, take her aside and say the following to her. I'm sorry about your mom. Then give her a hug. She will push you away. She will look incredibly confused, vulnerable. She will never tease you again. Erica, your best friend, will break her arm. Having read this, you will do everything in your power to prevent this. The actions you take to avoid this from happening will only make it so. This is the first time you will truly witness that your fate is already determined. It cannot be changed. Erica will blame you for the incident. Try not to take this to heart. You will soon discover that she isn't the friend that you thought she was. Stay strong. You will find people who respect you for who you are very soon. August 5th, you will take the night bus home. There will be only one other passenger on board, a scruffy-looking kid with a black eye. His name is Jack Joyce. Remember his face. He is going to become important down the line. September 11th, this is the one that will change you. An event will occur that will devastate the entire nation, and an act of terrorism will cause the World Trade Centers to collapse. Thousands will die. I won't go into further detail because the more you know, the more painful it will become when you are unable to prevent it. And you will try to prevent it. You will fail. You will curse this book for not telling you more. You will curse yourself for not being able to stop it. It will take a long time to get over this, but eventually you will use this pain to fuel your path forward. You've now felt what it is to be completely unprepared for what is coming. It won't happen again. Next time, you will be ready. This is the event that will finally make you believe. Any doubt you had will disappear. You are ready to take on this mission. So what is coming? So October 8th, 2016. So 15 years later. An experiment gone wrong will cause time to break down. This event will be referred to as a fracture in time. The onset of this event cannot be prevented, but the outcome must be. If the fracture is not stopped, then time itself will come to an end. Life on our planet will end. Saving the world wasn't an overstatement. It is your mission. You must stop the fracture. You can pull this off, but to do so, you need to follow some simple instructions. Learn who to trust. Short answer, nobody. The less people know about you, the safer you will be. From this point forward, your mission takes priority over every other aspect of your life. Do not start a relationship of any kind that you aren't willing to leave behind at a moment's notice. There is one expectation to this rule, and we'll get to that. Know your enemy. Monarch Solutions. They will try to prevent you from achieving your goal. Learn everything you can about them. You will know the best way to achieve this when the time is right. Monarch is run by a man named Paul Serene. You must never be seen by Paul Serene. If he discovers you, then you will risk failing your mission. Learn everything you can about him. Remain hidden, but keep in mind that the best place to hide is often in plain sight. Blend in. Change your appearance frequently. Hair color, clothing style, everything. Be cautious about drawing attention to yourself. Learn to blend in. Examine those around you. The way they move, speak, laugh, copy them. Become your surroundings. Train daily. There are a series of skills you will need to master to truly be prepared. Hand-to-hand combat, Filipino Kali, and Jeet Kune Do. Weapons training, knives, pistols, shotguns, rifles, wilderness survival, compartmentalization, lip reading, face reading. The list is one that you will build as you go. In time, you will understand what is necessary and what isn't. Don't rush yourself. Start with gymnastics. Study your target. Jack Joyce. He is the one person who can help you in your mission. He is the exception to Rule 1. You can trust him. Learn what you can about Jack. Study him from afar, but do not approach him directly. You aren't the only one watching him. On October 9th, 2016, you will rescue Jack Joyce. From there, the next steps will reveal themselves. Be patient with him. He's stubborn, reckless, naive, but you can't do this without him. And he has his moments. He's much smarter than he seems at first. Don't mistake grief for stupidity. Study your objective, the countermeasure. This is the device that was built to stop the fracture in time. This is your objective. Find the countermeasure and use it to stop the fracture. Achieve this and the world will be saved. The device was built by Jack's brother, Dr. William Joyce. Any attempt to contact William or find the countermeasure before the onset of the fracture will be in vain. Wait, Jack will show you the way. Retrieving the countermeasure will not be a simple task. It will involve great hardship and sacrifice. When the time comes, you will be ready for this. When you first read this, it won't make much sense to you. Over time, you will believe every word, but you will feel underprepared. You will wish that I had told you everything. I promise you that what is written here is everything you will need in order to get you where you need to be. I know this because I'm already there. Chin up, Toto. You're going to achieve amazing things. You. Well then.
Looks climbable. That's exactly the kind of question that never would have entered Will's mind while building this thing. Hey, I think I can get to the reset from here. Of course.
I'm still getting used to that.
Don't expect to. So, to green. All right, all lights are green.
Chronon levels are stable. Diagnostics are positive. This may actually work. It's ready. It's actually functional.
Okay, we're doing this. I'll set the date into the console. July 4th, 2010. Are you ready?
No. Are you? This is it. There's no turning back.
Hey, wait! What did you do? That was the wrong door. You changed the date. Where is she? Where is she?
I had no choice. I couldn't let you take the countermeasure. It would put our entire plan at risk. I already called Monarch from the terminal. They're on their way. It's over.
Fuck!
We need the countermeasure to run the lifeboat.
Okay. I'm gonna follow through with the plan. Tie her up and get as far away from here as you can.
Yeah, I've got this. Don't worry.
Your first journey back in time, 2010. This is where our notes get hazy.
You know how it ended.
Your goal when you arrived was to retrieve the countermeasure.
But my goal had to wait. Because I wasn't alone.
William Joyce to Beth Wilder. Beth Wilder. William Joyce. It's finished. It's finally finished. Tests are all positive. I have officially constructed a working countermeasure for a fracture in time. I can't prove it, obviously, since there's no fracture to deploy it against, but I believe it will work. It has passed every test I can conceive. There's no reason I can see that it wouldn't. Given your knowledge of the future, I'm guessing you already knew this would be the date I completed my work. This day has been a long time coming. I was beginning to doubt it was possible. I haven't heard from you in almost 2 years now. Please tell me you're still out there. I'm now going to ask you to do something that will sound counterintuitive. Leave the workshop. Leave the countermeasure behind and do not return until tomorrow morning. As with all of my orders, it is best that I don't go into further detail. Okay, leaving the workshop now. The countermeasure is secured in my safe. I know better than to ask the reasoning behind this request. In 11 years, you've never been wrong, and I don't want to know about the future anyway, but that won't make this easier for me to digest. Can we meet tomorrow? Now that the device is complete, I need to know what the next steps are. And please be careful with the countermeasure. It's tremendously powerful, and sourcing the chronon particles for it alone has taken over a decade. Rebuilding would take me years and years.
Hey, Bobby Radford coming at you on 4th of July. And what a fine day it is, too. Things are looking up the road.
What's going on here? Since when did Will run a graffiti workshop? None of this crap was here in 2016. What the? Someone's in here. It's locked. I gotta check out that gunfire before I go anywhere else. Who the hell is that? The fuck are they shooting at? Beth? It's me. Hey. What happened to you?
This is it. There's no turning back. Jack? Dr. Emerald sent me to the future. I fought for months trying to find a way to get back. I wasn't the only one. Stop! I followed him back. He set William's machine to 1999. The first possible exit point.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I'm on your side.
Who are you?
I'm Beth Wilder. There's some things you need to know.
You're the reason he built the countermeasure. And you've been here ever since. 11 years. Why? Why didn't you come back?
We should get ready. We don't have much time.
She had changed. And there was a weight in her eyes. She was hiding something.
She always was.
I can't do this anymore. I can't. I can't fucking do this.
What exactly do you believe changed in Beth?
She lost hope.
Oh. Like, if you look here, can I grab this? Oh yeah, there we go. There's so much. Alright, let's hear Beth's story. So back in 99, back in time. Here I am, back in time. I've already lived once before. No idea how long I'll need to stay here. No idea what comes next. This isn't how it was supposed to go. This wasn't the plan. If I'm going to come to terms with that, then I'm going to need to write it all down. There's nobody to tell this to but myself. So hello me, again. This all started back in 2016. Jack and I kidnapped Dr. Amaral. We were supposed to use the time machine to travel back to 2010 and retrieve the countermeasure. I believe Dr. Amaral switched the date at the last moment. I heard Jack calling out, but it was too late. I was already inside. There was nothing to do but keep moving forward. And when I exited the corridor, I arrived in the one place I never thought possible. The end of time. My greatest fear was realized. I'm still trying to grasp what that means. My entire life has been devoted to stopping the fracture. What I saw, was it proof that it couldn't be stopped? I can't believe that. There's a logic to all of this. A meaning. I just haven't found it yet. I'm not ready to write down details of the end of time. Not yet. The essential part of the story is that I found a way back. I spent a long time trying to fix William's machine, but somebody beat me to it. He set a course to the earliest time the machine could operate. The first time the core was activated, February 28, 1999, and I followed him through. That's when I found William, still alive, much younger than I had ever seen him. I warned him about the fracture. I told him that he was the only one who could create a solution. He begged me not to tell me anything else about the future. He said that he couldn't stand living like that, being constantly aware of what will come to pass, his every action just part of the preordained dance. I wanted to tell him more, but I know how he felt. William agreed to do what must be done. He agreed to build a countermeasure. This whole time, it was me who set him on that path. He says the machine doesn't have the sufficient chronon capacity to return me to the future. He says a jump for that would be nearly impossible without a substantial scientific breakthrough. Apparently, that hasn't happened yet. That's the way of saying I'm trapped in 99. Second time around. So here I am. July 19th. So... oh, February, March. So 5 months later, 4.5 months. Time machine move equals success. I worked with Will to get the time machine moved. I had to make sure Serene wouldn't be able to use it to his advantage. So we moved it to the one place I knew it would be safe. Bradbury swimming pool. Will spent a big chunk of his research grant buying the property. It's the one place I know for sure that Monarch won't find us. After all, they still weren't aware of it in 2016. That means this is my new home for the time being. Will refuses to build the countermeasure here. He says that it has to be done at his workshop. He chose that location to build the time machine for a reason. Something about abnormal chronon density, anomalies, whatever. Didn't seem to concern him that the very people we need to hide from know about his workshop. Probably doesn't help that he won't let me tell him who those people actually are. Guy's almost as stubborn as his brother. Now that the move is complete and Will is on his way, all I can do is wait. Nothing like the idea of that. Keeping busy was the only thing that distracted me from eerie nature of being trapped here. Guess I should look to the bright side. Second chance at having a killer Y2K party. September 5th. Little me. The most surreal experience. Her eyes looked so full of life, looking to the clouds, invulnerable to the world around her. She looked full of life. She looked happy. It was me. I knew the day was coming. I knew that I had to go see her and set her on her mission, so that she would do what needed to be done, so that someday she would become, well, me. She was in the backyard, bright red duffel coat, playing. Simple pleasures. It's strange. I remember the small details so differently the first time around. When I was a child, that woman who came to see me seemed like an angel, a limitless source of wisdom, gifting me with purpose. Now I was that woman. Trembling, a lump in my stomach, nervous as hell. It didn't matter. I knew she was too young to see those things on my face. I gave her the notebook. I told a small child to give up those simple pleasures, to pursue a life that would bring nothing but pain and hardship. I promised her that it would all be worth it, that she would make a difference, that she would save the world. She believed me. January 1st. Epic Y2K party. Ate bagels with cream cheese and watched Buffy reruns in a drained swimming pool. Party on. September 11th, 2001. 9/11. I tried to stop it a second time. I warned them, told them exactly what was going to happen. Nothing changed. I came to terms with the fact that none of this could be changed as a child. But since then I've seen things that make me desperate to prove myself wrong. Desperate to believe what I've seen cannot come to pass. I've tried to stop the rise of Monarch. I tried to stop Paul Serene. Both versions of him. Every action was negated by the force of a timeline that cannot be bent or broken. I tried to stop tragedy as well. Jack's parents, Christmas of '99. I knew what happened to them. The time I was there, car crash exactly as it was supposed to. My presence only led it to happen as it always did. I went to the funeral. I watched Jack cry. I watched Will build up a wall around himself. I watched two brothers change forever in that moment, and I could do nothing about it. And now this. Fuck. May 22nd, 2002. Monarch, they spotted me near William's workshop. Barely got out of there alive. After all this time, Serene is still obsessed with finding me. He won't give up until he does. Have to be more careful in the future. May 22nd, 2003. The end of time. Been having reoccurring nightmares about what I saw. I've been dreading doing this, but it's time. I have to write it out. It's the only way to move past it. In 2016, I entered the time machine intending to travel back to 2010. That didn't happen. Dr. Amaral changed the date. When I exited the machine, I arrived at the end of time. The fracture had run its course. Time had stopped altogether. The entire world was frozen in one hanging moment. I was the only one still able to function, or so I thought. Then the shifters came. I can still hear them. Their sounds echo through my dreams. The entire world was still, except me. They really don't like movement. I'd stepped out of the machine into the one thing I spent my entire life trying to prevent. The fracture was never fixed. I was living through the proof. The first hours were the hardest. I was living through a nightmare that I couldn't wake up from, surrounded by constant reminders that my mission would fail. Never able to stay in one place because the shifters were always searching, always hunting. I wasn't alone. I discovered the first evidence of this a few days in. I heard the shifters become agitated, but I was nowhere near them. They were following somebody else. Paul Serene. A younger Paul. Scared, weak, vulnerable. He found me, tried to convince me that we needed to work together to help each other through. He found out very quickly that I wanted him dead. He had no training, no killer instinct, but he had those damn powers, and all I had was the Chronon harness. The end of the world, the only two people left, and we became sworn enemies. I can't be sure how long we spent there. It could have been months, could have been years. When time doesn't move, it feels like an eternity. Our grip on reality slipped away, trapped in an endless loop of brutal survival. Though we were enemies, there was a strange bond formulated through that suffering. We've shared an experience that no other human has ever endured. Eventually, Paul managed to get William's time machine working. He was convinced that he needed to travel back to the earliest possible point in order to stop this all from happening. He had yet to learn that the past couldn't be changed. I followed him through the machine, but he escaped. He formed Monarch. He built an empire. I watched the birth of a monster. I can't escape the feeling that my actions helped shape what he became. Maybe I could have guided him. Maybe if I hadn't tried to hunt him down and kill him at the end of time. That can't be my part in all of this. There has to be more. I wake up in a cold sweat most nights. I hear the shifters coming. I can almost feel their presence. Much of my experience at the end of time has become a blur in my memory. But there is one detail that I can't shake. One detail that brings my entire mission into question. One detail that haunts me. 2021. February 3rd, 2005. Hobbies. 5 years until the countermeasure will be complete. I spend most of my days training. I don't know what happens once the device is finished, but being prepared is my specialty. I still wonder if Jack will follow the plan, if he'll emerge from that machine in 2010. Best not to think about it. I'm not giving up, but I can't let these thoughts consume me. I need to focus on the present, focus on what is in front of me. That's the mantra that keeps me going. Just focus on the present. So I decided to take on some hobbies. Tried poetry, got depressed. Dabbled with a guitar for a while, smashed it against a wall. Then I started experimenting with graffiti. Seems to be working out okay for me so far. It's fulfilling on a few different levels. Partly as a form of self-expression. Partly as a means of release. Partly just to fuck with people. What happens when Joe analyzes some graffiti on a wall one day, builds an interpretation in his head, and then 3 years later his depiction of that image comes true? Not sure, but it's fun to think about. I can't change anything, but at least this gives me the illusion of some kind of power. That illusion is what keeps me holding on. Sometimes I leave anonymous notes in people's mailboxes telling them what will happen next week. I watch their reactions from afar. Voyeurism and graffiti. That's my life these days. Focus on the present. October 8th, 2007. Jack. I started watching him recently. I know Monarch is tracking him, so I keep my distance. I wasn't sure why I felt a need to follow him, to watch his life from the outside, but now I think I understand. I met Jack in the wake of his brother's death, the onset of the fracture, worst day of both of our lives. He was broken. That's the only Jack I ever knew. There's some kind of comfort in seeing him in happier times. I watched his band play a gig nearby. Atrociously bad. Whiny emo music. Definitely a music movement I didn't need to live through a second time. But there was something pure about seeing him up there, letting it all out. He never had an easy life. It was nice to see that he had found a way to release all of that. He just looked happy. It made me forget everything else. The nightmares stopped for a while after that, so I kept following him. It gave me something else to focus on. I've spent most of my life hiding who I am, what I know. I knew Jack for less than 24 hours, but he's the only person I've opened up to about everything. I told him the truth. He believed me. I wish I could thank him for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to tell him if he comes through that machine on July 4th, 2010. What will he think when he sees me? 11 years have passed. I look like I've aged 3 lifetimes since then, and for him, it could only be a matter of minutes. What do I say? That I saw the end? That this might be all for nothing? I was the one who believed, without question, that we would stop the fracture. That confidence has now been replaced with insecurity, weakness. I fear letting him see that. I fear that he'll see the doubt in my eyes. For years I felt invincible, full of hope. I'm not that woman anymore. I'm scared. December 11th, 2007. Memory. Tonight I painted something at the university campus. It was only after I finished and took a step back to look at it that I realized I've seen it before, about a decade ago. Remains of something painted on a wall, but washed away. It was a jolt. Is all of this futile? Nothing sticks. Nothing is changed. All of it washed away by the river of time. Fucking time travel. July 9th, 2008. Will. I've been in contact with Will every 6 months or so. Short exchanges just to get an update on his progress at building the countermeasure. He's still at least 2 years away from completion, but he's now confident that he knows how the countermeasure will work. He told me that the countermeasure will be able to reverse the fracture in time, but in order to do so, it must be activated early in the escalation of the fracture. Once the fracture runs its course, once the end of time is reached, he believes the countermeasure will be rendered ineffective. I asked him what it would mean if the end of time ever occurred. He said it would mean that the fracture was never stopped. It would mean that we failed. July 1st, 2008. Everything I have done has been for nothing. July 4th, 2010. Final entry. The day is here. Soon I will receive word that William has completed the countermeasure. I'm sure of it. I've come to accept that this doesn't mean we will succeed. I've come to accept that my mission was a lie. But I'm not giving up, lie or not. I devoted my life to this cause. It gave me meaning. It's all I've ever known. Even if I've seen the proof that I won't succeed, I'm not giving up. I will dedicate every ounce of courage I have left to seeing this through. I'll retrieve the countermeasure. I'll keep it safe until 2016. I will do everything in my power to activate it when the time comes. I will fail, but I will fail knowing that I did everything in my power to save the world. For years I hoped that this would be the day when I would see Jack again. I've given up that hope. This mission started with me alone. That's how it will end. This will be my final entry. Well, that's an emotional roller coaster that I probably didn't need today.
Years.
I'll unlock the door.
So where's Will? Where's the countermeasure?
The countermeasure's at William's workshop, where he built it.
Then that's where we go.
Yes. That was the plan. I just have to unlock this. My supplies are upstairs. We'll need to get them. There's so much you don't know, that you never saw. I I gave up on the idea that she would ever come.
I need to know we're still in this together.
I told you once our fate is already laid out for us. I still believe that. More than ever. I'm just worried what that might mean.
It means we finish this.
You need gear? Take whatever you need. The rest of it's going in the river. Along with everything else I brought here.
That's a little drastic.
My time here is done, Jack. I have to erase my presence. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Okay. The countermeasures at Will's workshop. We find it, then what?
You bring it back here, use the machine, and return to the future. Use it to stop the fracture. That was always the plan.
That is still the plan.
Yes. Ready when you are, Jack.
You followed Paul to 1999. Why did he travel so far back?
To form Monarch. Prepare for what's coming.
You kept tabs on him.
And he's kept tabs on me.
I can't imagine what happened to you. When you entered that machine, I wanted to go after you, but I didn't know where Sophia sent you or how to find you.
You made it here. It's all that matters. You followed the plan.
Whatever happened to you, change it.
Don't.
We can fix this.
Don't.
We can undo this.
You still don't get it. It can't be changed. No matter what we do, the pieces fall in all of the exact same places. I've tried. Over and over.
I can't just sit back and do nothing.
You have to let go. Jack. You have to let go. I've seen it. The end of time. That is where she sent me. I was there. I've been fighting this fight my entire life, and I saw us fail. I saw where this leads. I just don't know anymore. I don't know if we can win this thing.
Then we'll die finding out. I don't know a fraction of the hell that Beth went through, what she experienced when she saw the end of time, how that changed her, like it changed Paul. Followed by 11 years of living like a ghost. Beth I'd known had laser focus. This Beth, she had doubts. You okay? But the countermeasure, the one thing that could set things right, was waiting for us at Will's workshop.
There it is.
In 2010, Monarch didn't own the area yet. That came shortly after because of what happened with you. But we knew William was building something new in his workshop, and we knew it must be important. We were monitoring the place.
Yeah, Beth knew about your presence. She'd done spying on her own. We came over the rooftops to avoid detection.
All right, well, we will leave this here. As you just saw there, we're entering Act 4, Chapter 4, Part 4, I think is the term they use. That has been quite the emotional roller coaster for poor Beth, and yeah, I feel terrible for her. She has seen a lot and gone through a lot, and God, I hope this actually does have a happy ending for her, because she deserves it. So thank you so much for watching, and we will continue this in the next part.